everyone. We're back again. We took a little
Hey.
break and we had to take it a break because it was super emotional.
Yeah, that was heavy, man.
It is a lot more emotional when you're acting the characters out than when you're just watching the game.
Yes, it is. That was intense.
But we now hate Monica, which is why I've changed the title. So we know that she was behind this, and we're gonna go back and try to fix things.
Yeah, because she
Maybe,
just killed somebody.
yeah. So, see if we
So
can
are we gonna
fix
try
it.
to go back to where she says choose a person? Are we going back to that point?
I mean, that's where we have to go back. I only saved at the end of every day. So, like,
Okay.
so it would be my last save.
Well, that would be Sunday when Yuri came over to your house. So we'd have to go do the day before that, right?
Well, do we want to? Do we want to change the person? Do we want to try Natsuki or Monica? Just see.
I'm curious to see if you can even choose Monica, but then it's a lot of, like, you're Monica and Potpourri, and you just did Monica and Yuri. It's a lot of
I
lot
know.
of reading.
But I know that I have seen Natsuki's. I remember that. But I do not remember Monica. So if they did Monica, when I watched it that one time, I forgot everything.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should either try to do Monica or try to go back and say you're the dearest friend instead of I love you. I think those should probably be our two options.
But if Monica's behind this shit, what's it gonna matter? She's gonna delete her anyways. Or will she delete Yuri instead? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure which route to go.
She's clearly spying. So if you just tell Sayori you're my friend, she might not feel threatened by Sayori. But
True.
if she wants you, I'm assuming that's her goal. I mean, I don't know, but if she wants you to love her, there is not a competition. If you say
Let's go all the way back. What? What?
What? Starting a new game? No.
We can't start completely over. What?
No.
We can't.
Whoa. This is Sayori's line. It started with her talking.
What is this?
Oh my gosh, it's broken because she's deleted.
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any intention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting out. But if she's going to chase after me, does it almost feel better off running away? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me.
Whoa!
Oh.
What?
What do we do?
I don't know.
It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together.
We're not even at school.
Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone.
No, it changed!
I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Potpourri?
Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here! It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Why did you come in here for anyway? Or what did you come in for? Oh, I've just been looking for supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, Potpourri. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Potpourri, you know that. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're most important. Thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Whoa.
Oh.
I guess.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Potpourri. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh, Yuri's the vice president now.
Who was vice president before?
Sayori.
Oh.
It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Potpourri in a classroom, and he decided to check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but it just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Potpourri? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns at a table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Potpourri, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so?
Did
Really?
Before she say she was surprised?
I can't remember.
I think, when you start, Monika wasn't evil yet, because she was like, oh, I'm surprised you'd like horror.
Yeah, she might have. I'm really not sure. Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, it just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sat in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president. After all, I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Potpourri? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Potpourri. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing a poem is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Potpourri? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Potpourri, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone! I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Potpourri, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Like, should I be saving now? I couldn't even
Maybe.
go I couldn't do it though. What's the point? My saves are gone. This game!
What's that history over there?
This game is screwing with our heads.
It is!
I think it's just it's just the talking.
Oh. Okay, well, that's cool.
I guess if you wanted to go back and see what they said.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll just make a new one.
Just save it, I guess.
She just ate all my saves. Like,
You did. Are the poem options for Sayori gonna be gone?
well, I'm assuming. With that, I depart through the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow close to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? What is this? I'm scared.
I'm scared too. Oh no! Why is it taunting us?
This game is evil!
It is!
I know, she's gone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, childhood was one of her words, so I guess the words are still there, but she's gone.
Let me pick her word. That said Natsuki's word.
Oh. I know childhood was on the list. When you looked at the list, that was one of Sayori's
I guess
words.
it's Natsuki's now.
Yeah, I don't even know which way to go. Like, do we still... I guess we could try going towards Natsuki and see if... learn her story.
I don't know, man. Everything's different now, and I'm picking grief because I haven't forgotten what happened.
Memories. We have memories. Tragedy.
Stupid bitch deleted her, and now I can't even go back.
I know. Like, the saves aren't real saves.
They're not. So why'd she even tell us to save her game?
Because she's evil and sadistic.
Is evil.
Fester.
Secretive. Massacre.
Boop.
That's not Suki. Hurt. That's what I'm feeling right now.
I'm feeling wrath.
The spies.
Defeat.
None of these are particularly
No, they're not.
spinning.
Disown? Broken.
Guess scars. Suicide!
The S word. Anger.
This is how we're feeling right now. We're not giving you a good poem.
No.
She thinks she can screw us over. We know what she's doing.
We do know. We're not stupid, Monika.
What's incongruent?
I don't even know.
Never heard of that one before.
Do precious.
Precious.
Sayori was precious.
She was precious. Hi again, Potpourri. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Whoa.
Whoa.
Why is Yuri glitching?
Because we like Yuri now. She's gonna be the next to go.
We were picking angry words, but not because we like her.
Well, that's what Monica thinks.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Potpourri. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, Natsuki's freaking out!
Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Whoa!
She's in front of the text!
Oh, Monika, what are you doing?
Ooh.
Natsuki has a big mouth for someone with a manga collection.
In the club room, I think.
What is happening? Monika! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into his seat. I'm sorry, Potpourri. Well, make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? The music is off as well. I keep noticing it's going weird at times.
I just noticed the background looks tilted.
The background is tilted, and the music is making weird sounds.
Yeah, she's breaking the game hard.
I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yeah, well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
That's where a pet spider is.
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Give me just a second. I need to do something. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this,
Why
so...
her eyes so far
Whoa! Her eyes!
apart?
Her eyes broke!
Oh, they're going farther.
Oh my gosh. That's the point of the book you gave me, right? Hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood.
What?
But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That kind's that's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that thing, Potpourri? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Whoa!
But because the world's full of horrible people, the world works anyway. This suddenly
I'm rambling again, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Sometimes a demon comes out of me. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts,
my whole body is.
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. Okay. That's, I really don't think you need to worry, but I kind of do. But that just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Whoa!
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's because I know Monika's gonna kill me! I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. This is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry.
I want to bathe in and feed on your blood.
You're really apologizing a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? How's he not noticing this shit?
Maybe her voice is turning into a demon.
It's a demon! It's saying crazy shit! I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and holding my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Look at that face. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yeah. Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Potpourri! Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Nothing! Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a little while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. I'm just gonna pick Natsuki so you can talk some, because everybody's mine now that we don't have Suri.
I know.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Eagles can fly.
Is it gonna be the same or is it gonna be something creepy?
I don't know.
Is her eye gonna fall off?
We'll see.
Eh?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
Wow, that's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly.
It's
Monkeys
the same
can fly.
one.
It is the same one. People can try, but that's about it.
Oh, it's a work of art.
It's beautiful. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. But people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Seeing everything that can fly, but humans can't fly, so it's really hit you hard.
It does. It's hard hitting. Monkeys can climb, but we can't fly.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simply writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it up for a rhyme at the end, and then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I don't want Monika. You know what, Natsuki? Nothing. Her eyes weren't falling off. The demon didn't come out of her because we're not interested in her. She's not messing with her.
Tell you, Yuri's next. She's dead.
Yuri's definitely next. Hi, Potpourri! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Potpourri. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Potpourri. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I can't say my words because I'm a robot. Anyway, sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that it's like a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally just given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? No, I don't want to read her poem. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Is it the same? Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. He's right there, swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen. Yeah, it's different.
It's different. Now she's scared. Like, is it something like possessed Monika? Like Monika was a normal character and something possessed her?
I don't know. This poem sounds to me like it's about my character. And how he's not looking at her. He's looking at Yuri.
That could be.
And she's only focused on him.
Yeah.
She's obsessed.
She's obsessed.
So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I don't know what Yuri's poem's going to be because things are happening with her.
They are? Will it change it?
It's going to change it, I have a feeling. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form it to fit together. They form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to love withstood the test of time. The lost yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green light of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing, yeah, it is the same.
Yeah.
I was seeing like it might have been changed slightly, but now it's the same.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Potpourri. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Potpourri. Ah, me too. Phew, I guess it's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're being just nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Is that the music going weird again?
It sounded like it for a minute.
This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly about the eagles can fly.
What is this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Potpourri did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
Ugh.
And Potpourri liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Potpourri appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do cutesy.
Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Potpourri started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve
you!
Taking out of your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch!
edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone who has mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Potpourri hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing here. Potpourri, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
I don't know what person.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's going nuts.
Oh my goodness.
I'm assuming this is whoever we side with, like before,
Yeah.
except it got way worse because Sayori wasn't there to stop him.
No. I guess.
We're gonna kill Yuri if we freaking side with her. Let's freaking side with Natsuki this time.
Okay. How do you even know which one it's on?
It won't let me!
Whoa.
It just turned it back! No, Natsuki. No, Natsuki! No! I'm not picking Yuri! I'm not killing her! No!
Oh my gosh.
No! No! Why is she staring at us like this? She didn't want me to pick
scared.
this. Why is she staring at me? What do I do? What do I do?
I don't know.
She's gonna make me pick Yuri.
You broke the game.
I did break it. Nothing's working. Nothing's working. Well, wait. What? What's happening?
I don't know.
Oh, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. Oh, she's talking. Hey, Potpourri, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Well, we'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president am I, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Okay.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Potpourri, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely.
No.
Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Potpourri. It would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really...
She just ended the day. Monica said no. We're done.
I don't even know if it matters if we save at this point. I really don't.
I don't think it does, but do it anyways, just in case.
Okay, let's try to just save her and pick Natsuki words, I guess. I don't know.
Probably Rose? These all look like...
No, Rose doesn't work.
Strawberry. Strawberry is a Natsuki word.
Parfait?
Sweet. Or parfait, yeah. Other one. Sunny.
I don't know. Kitty?
Kitty, yeah.
Sing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Marshmallow.
Boop. We're picking all of her words. Just get it off of her. Let's
Smile.
Dance?
Yeah. Sing was hers.
Candy?
Yeah. Butterflies?
Prayer? Is anyone? Giggle? No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Giggle has to be Natsuki.
Okay.
Sugar.
Essence? I don't know.
Oh. Just do essence.
It's gonna be hers. Yeah.
Shoot.
Yours. I get most Natsuki's. Is wonderful. Nature. Eagles can fly.
Puppy.
They're all gonna be for her, so we'll see what happens. Fun!
Yeah. Funny.
Funny.
I think we only did one Yuri out of 20.
Yeah. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Potpourri. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little bit. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at the desk. And surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room.
Yoink.
About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Potpourri? Don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and, sorry, what am I saying right now?
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, have you seen Monika?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either?
Yuri's clearly taken aback how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't.
Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday?
Oh...
Monika said she wouldn't remember!
She deleted it!
She did! Jeez.
Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
But... Oh my god.
I'm in so glad blind lifeline elevator faultlessly offers us a need.
Oh, her mouth! Her mouth is moving! I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I'm always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that.
No, not at all. I don't hate you. She's gonna make Yuri go insane. Like, Yuri friggin'... Yuri's like gonna have this huge fight. She doesn't remember it. Now she's spatting gibberish at her in a demon voice. And then, like, Potpourri doesn't notice any of this. He doesn't notice any of it. Oh my gosh.
Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry! I'm super sorry! Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys aren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not! What took you so long anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of the time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I was unaware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri.
You should play something for us sometime.
Monika looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Potpourri. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off to the closet. Potpourri, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyways. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric knife.
Kettle.
Kettle? Is that what it said?
Kettle. Yeah.
I'm thinking about the knives, man. I'm like, she's gonna kill herself with the freaking knives. That's what's in my head right now.
Kettle.
Well, I was even thinking in my head, I was like, whoa, a knife? I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, then I'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah! Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. What was that about?
I don't know.
10 minutes passed. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. I'm telling you, she's gonna kill herself with freaking knives. So I was thinking in my head. Let's see. The most logical place to find Yuri, or for Yuri to be, would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What is this? Who is this?
I don't know who this is.
What is that noise? It's coming from around the corner. I don't want to go around the corner!
She's gonna be dying.
She's cutting herself to pieces! Like in the freaking Ruins movie!
Oh my gosh, she might be.
That's probably sounds of pain. Like she's cutting her freaking self. I don't want to go around this corner. So what happened when I pressed the button with Sayori? That does not sound normal. That's not normal.
It's
She's freaking.
not normal.
She's
filling that
slicing
water pitcher
herself
with
up.
blood.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to press it.
It can't be worse than Sayori. It can't.
If she is slicing herself to pieces, it can't. Ugh.
Oh.
It sounds like breathing.
Oh no.
Yeah. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yep. Yeah. Oh, I'm just bored. I'm back. What?
She just undid it.
What the hell?
Well, she wasn't dead.
She was cutting herself.
She was, but she wasn't dead.
Well, why did Monika undo it?
I don't know.
Is it that what Monika wants?
I don't know.
Thanks for waiting patiently. Potpourri, do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. I don't know how to pronounce that.
It's like,
It's like a Tigger voice or something. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. After she just slit her wrist. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you notice. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Potpourri. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Potpourri, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. It's because she got big hooters. I mean, when Natsuki made that comment, I looked and I noticed hers, she's got the biggest chest of all of them.
That's why her back hurts.
It is why her back hurts, and I know from experience. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my
She's thinking it.
your posture, right? Always hunched over, like, while we're reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it, since it will go well with tea. Yuri and I then sat against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position as last time, each holding one of half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me the teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest! Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if you touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here! I apprehensively placed the chocolate in her mouth. Look, the chocolate's there!
Nibble, nibble.
Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Potpourri. Sorry! I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Potpourri. Suddenly, Yuri forcibly grabs my arms and jerks me to my feet.
Whoa.
My teacup gets knocked over. Potpourri. My heart will stop pounding, Potpourri. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Potpourri? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh my gosh. She's turning into a zombie.
Oh my gosh.
It's time to share poems.
Wow.
This game is crazy.
It really is.
It's gotten so much crazier.
Oh my gosh. Her eyes.
She turned into a zombie. I don't think Monika was not happy with us when I would refuse to pick Yuri. But I don't understand why she's doing this stuff with Yuri. Like, she deleted her cutting herself. Like, I don't get her. I don't know what her motives are at this point.
I don't either, because, like, I thought it was because she wanted you, and that's why she got rid of Sayori, but it seems like she wants you to be with Yuri.
Well, she's driving Yuri insane. Maybe she's wanting Yuri to kill herself in front of us so that we can see it. Yuri's off doing it down the hall. She's like, that's not gonna work, so she deletes it.
Maybe
I
that's
don't
what it is.
I don't freaking know, but let's just do Natsuki. She should
Okay.
like this poem.
She should. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either.
What the heck? She should love it.
It was everything she likes. It had bunnies and puppies and kitties.
I know. Phew.
Huh? Phew, what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending some time with her or whatever. But you know, Monika and I are just as good as her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try to learn something, or you'll never get better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it.
The spiders.
The spiders.
It looks like it's the same.
It does. And it was long. I don't want to read it all again. The world is better off without spiders. Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much.
What did I do? Or is that her? I don't know.
That was you. That was potpourri.
For what it's worth, I respect you.
Oh, well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now.
Let's save Yuri for last.
Okay.
She's the most messed up.
She is.
Potpourri, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in and of itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. I love making her so cheerful as she says the most fucked up shit.
I know! Oh, it's so messed up!
Okay, well, this looks a little... This is different. Yeah. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating, something.
I don't remember what that said.
Squeaking, screeching, piercing, signpost tangent, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage.
Oh, that's scary.
Meaningless poem. Delete her. Save me. Delete her.
Oh no. Yura's gone, man.
I mean, we tried to save her by picking Natsuki's poem, and Natsuki didn't even notice.
She didn't even notice.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? Anything?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Please help me. Who's saying help?
She's talking to us. I think there's Monika and then something like possessed Monika. Like I think there's two characters here.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh my gosh. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to give it to. I don't want to do Yuri's poem. But she's forcing me. Has she forced me the other time?
You have to. There's no option out of it.
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there's some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. No, let's see it. You don't have to like it or anything.
Oh,
Whoa. Hers is so hard to read.
A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope,
Harness?
something harness. I don't know.
Torn?
A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood.
Gosh, it's getting darker.
I know, like, oh my gosh, it's so long. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears on a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. Is this supposed to make any sense?
It doesn't. It's just a bunch of messed up shit.
It's repeating like the same, like...
It is. It's starting to repeat.
Yeah. Breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time. This is...
There's tear stain or something on it as well.
Oh, I see. Breathing wheel. That's something.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Oh my god.
I don't want it.
Oh
no.
It's gonna be Yuri cutting herself.
It might be.
Or not. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream, it was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who the person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment.
Weird.
Hmm.
I don't know what this one's supposed to mean.
I don't know. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Potpourri joined, and we've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know?
What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage.
Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Potpourri?
Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Potpourri to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Potpourri joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Potpourri isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you really should consider our opinions for once.
She's gonna delete her. Monika clearly is taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Potpourri want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Potpourri, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well,
A date.
that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monika wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Potpourri. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice.
Natsuki starts packing up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about the anointed brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy you're here. But still, I'm the vice president. And it's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
Nobody with crimes killed herself!
Oh my gosh.
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Potpourri? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. What? Her eye is bleeding!
Her eye is bleeding.
With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods with her bleeding eye. Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monika. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Potpourri? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Potpourri before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monika waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew, things have been a bit hectic here lately, haven't they? Potpourri, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And you're being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you would understand. So that's why— wait, not yet! No! Stop it! What is going on?
She is trying to talk to us.
Who? Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's character or what, but
somebody
else
is.
in there. Somebody's in there.
Well, I guess we're gonna call it on this one for now.
It is getting late, but this game is addictive. Like, I need to know what's gonna happen.
I know, it's crazy.
So crazy.
It's like, I mean, it seemed like Monika's doing all this. She's saying all this shit, but then, like, someone else is trying to break out. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. It's like she's two people. Like, she's being controlled or something.
I don't know, man.
Because she kept talking about, like, she got blinded and she can't see colors anymore. Like, she's just been, squashed and somebody else has taken over.
But who?
I don't know who. It's he. It's the he. The he that's looking in through the hole in the wall.
Well, why would he delete Sayori? Because we're in love with him.
I don't know, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't understand her motives.
Me either, because, like, I mean, at first it's like she's deleting Sayori, okay, she doesn't want me to fall in love with her, but the weird thing that's happened with Yuri is strange, because, like, she deleted the cutting, just completely got rid of it, but then she told me, hey, she's cutting herself, like, stay away from her, but my guy's not reacting to any of the crazy shit that she's saying. He's not, it's like he doesn't hear it. I don't know.
Well, they do need 4 to have the club open, so maybe she didn't want Yuri to go freaking kill herself or scare you away.
Maybe.
Why she undid it.
But it's almost like she's talking to us. Us,
it is.
The player us, not the character us.
No, like when she said it feels like we're the only real people here, that was definitely talking to us.
Yeah, and like the way he's not reacting to the crazy shit that she's saying is like that's when she's talking to us, and that's why he doesn't hear it.
That's probably
because we're controlling him, but he's a character. Like it's confusing.
He's just saying normal stuff.
He doesn't react to any of the weird stuff. Like Yuri just like she all that big fight with Natsuki and Natsuki just not remembering it. He doesn't even react to that.
It's like he forgot too, like the character.
He did.
But Yuri is getting like super like obsessed and sexual, whereas Sayori just got super depressed. Like it's affecting them all differently.
It is.
Like Yuri's gonna like freaking pounce you. Like you better hide. She's gonna pull you into that closet.
I thought she was gonna have like a heart attack. Honestly, I thought she was gonna just die.
Oh my gosh. She's like obsessed.
She is. She's got it bad.
And she's being really forward when she was not that forward before. Like
no.
Things are changing, and I don't even know how Natsuki's gonna change.
I know, like, does Yuri get deleted, and then we've got Natsuki? Like,
that's how I feel it's gonna happen.
But if there's Natsuki, they can't even have a club if they delete Yuri.
That's true, but she controls the game, so maybe she can change the rules of the club.
Maybe.
And I think that Natsuki has an abusive dad at home. She
sounds like it.
Yeah, and one of the words that keeps showing up in the poems was Papa, which was so random.
That's true. There's where you can see what she said.
Oh, all the creepy stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you could see probably all of it. Well, it doesn't go all the way back. You'd have to come in here and look, but...
all the demon stuff?
Yeah.
This game is something else.
I wanted to see if there was any new files or anything. Just, it says new pictures.
What?
There aren't. Oh, it's the poems.
Oh, what's this? Oh, it is. It gives you all the pictures you've had.
Yeah.
Well, all the not
What's
death
that?
pictures.
Secrets. Oh, that's the secret.
The secret poem. 1 of 11 secret poems. You can set the wallpaper.
I know, I saw that.
What is that? Oh, is this just like bonus content?
This kind of what this looks like. That's weird that this is in here with all the other stuff, though.
I know, like...
Because it doesn't seem like this is anything. This seems like bonus content. This seems like whatever you call it, artwork, you know, sketches and stuff that they...
Yeah, like just extra content, but This is whoa. What's that? I.
That's new.
Can you hear me?
I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is it so hard?
Oh, it's like I hate all of them.
There's a little devil inside of all of us, breathing their manufactured perception. Their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in the comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. So she's basically saying they were all like this anyway. She just gave them a nudge.
That's what she's saying. She's saying this is like their deep, dark secrets, and she's just amplifying them, I guess. Unleashing them.
That was already in there. That was already in there. Note. This is a scratch list. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need access to files from the encrypted file share, copy them to your disposable drive and plug it directly into a thin client. Do not copy them here. Rita's working on setting a proxy mail service so we can proper remote communication without having to worry about higher-ups. What is this?
What is this? Who's Rhea and Paula?
I don't know. Meeting notes.
Is this like a team, like, making the game?
I don't know. I need to be more assertive about staying focused. System. What is it?
What's all the...
Huh.
What are these?
I don't know. There's nothing in them.
If you do like the right... Do you get like the right number combination? There's like one file down at the bottom.
Maybe.
Don't know,
I
mail.
don't. No.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure out more tomorrow.
Yeah. I wish it wasn't late.
I know, it's already almost 1:30.
I do like how the computer is like our real time. I think that's a neat touch.
That is. And you can put a picture on here. You can put the Halloween picture.
That's wallpaper.
It gave me a trophy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They look like
See, Ori's a cow.
It's got udders. Well, she did have that giant cow stuffy. She must like cows.
She must.
And Natsuki loves sweets. She's just going to town.
I really thought Sayori would be the one digging in.
I mean, she's getting ready to. She got herself some cookies. And her mouth is drooling.
And Yuri's over there drinking a cup of blood.
Oh, she is drinking blood. Yuck! Monica's a sweet angel.
I don't know if I believe that. There's an eyeball under her butt.
I see that. And then she made Yuri's eye bleed.
She did.
Well, I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll
back
pick
up.
this back up tomorrow. Late.
Alrighty. Oh, hey.
Yeah, you popped in right as we're getting ready to get off.
Yeah. We've been playing for a few hours, so it's late now. But we'll play it again tomorrow night.
Yeah.
If you'd like to return and join us.
Yeah, thanks to anybody else who popped in, and we're gonna be uploading this on YouTube, so if you miss anything, you can always check it out there.
Yeah, watch everything, get up to date.
Hey,
There's
yeah,
been
we'll
some shocks.
definitely. Hey, yeah, we'll probably be picking this up again tomorrow, so
Yeah.
we'll catch you guys later.
Alright, good night everyone.
Good night.